South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, on.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, it's Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Smith. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, here's Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
15, yeah.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Henry, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going long here for Wallace. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They still can't get it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2.
Black 99, feel it. Reset. Everyone's got 4.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out now come the Eagles.
Hey, on. Let's go.
The start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He's to the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
4 down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the gun on third, Watson. Flushed out right. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up fourth. The Texans send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Steps away to his left. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Anthony Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson being chased out left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Watson operating from the gun. And he finds his man Griffin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Smith. Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Orange.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Smith, forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it again with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, 15.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Smith. On the right side, this is Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, it's Smith. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Target. Key 26. Key 26.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Reset. Tighten up.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Target.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Target.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Miller, the lone setback. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal.
Reset.
To throw is Watson. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. On first down, Smith. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Smith. Completion left side to Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The pitch to Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's got Miller. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Again to Henry. Down to the 25. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run with Henry. Open space inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.